Hello everyone, this is a quick video about how to do 3-column notes. 3-column notes help us, if we do it right, help us to read something that we might have as an assignment and then jot down some notes so that we can remember the assignment and get an A on a test or a quiz or an assignment. And then we get to run off and play and go, actually, according to the reading, go bike riding, have fun, play video games, talk to our friends on the phone. So we want to do this quick. Let's say you have this assignment here, wear your helmet. And you're going to have a quick little quiz, a pop quiz, or at least you suspect it when you get to class. So the best strategy is to make notes. Now we've made notes before with 2 columns. Namely, the first column is where you put the main idea of each paragraph you read. The second column contains details supporting words or phrases, and that's all because we want to get done and go play, that explain the main idea. Remember, you want to keep it brief and fast. If you can get away with abbreviating, do it. Now, with 3-column notes, it allows you to get a little bit deeper connected to the information so that you're more likely to remember it and to study it. Because 2-column notes really just helps you kind of formulate and gather the details, but it doesn't have you do much with it. That 3rd column is to help you, well, maybe you've read something and you've taken notes, but you don't quite get it. You have a question in your head and you want to ask that question before you take a quiz, right? So you write down the question in the notes so you know to ask the teacher about what you've read. Or maybe you read something cool in the passage. Maybe you've never seen a bike helmet. So I know it's not likely. So you decide, you take the notes, and then in that 3rd column, you could go online and find a picture of that item so that put it there as a visual reminder of what you just read, because maybe that's what you know about yourself. You are reminded by pictures. Also, one thing that helps us remember or take in new information is when we make connections in our brain. Well, why not write down that connection? If you're reading about a bike ride or something, and you have already ridden a bike and you always wear a helmet, well, you might want to put a note there saying, I always wear a helmet. That's a text-to-self connection, right? So you can put that in there. Namely, anything that this new information reminds you of, put it in there, and that's going to help you more likely to remember it. Okay, so here we have a reading, wear your helmet. Now, let's say you don't want to do it on paper. You're a faster typer. So what we do is, let's say we just open up a Google Doc. And here I just kind of made a generic one, a Google Doc for note-taking. And remember, you always want to put your name on this because if you print it out and lose it, you want it to come back to you. So I'm going to make up a name. Okay. And put the date so that you know when you did it. And of course, put the title of what you read. In this case, it's called Wear Your Helmet. Notice I'm not worried about capitalize everything. These are just notes for you, right? Okay, now you have to decide, you're going to create a table where you have 3 columns, your main idea, your supporting details, and any questions, connections, or illustrations you want to add. Okay, so you had to set up a table. Well, how many rows do you put in that table? Good question. Look at the reading and pick a number. I suggest you focus in on those paragraphs that come under a bolded headline. Okay, because for example, at this reading, Wear Your Helmet, the first part doesn't have a bolded headline. And when you glance at it, you know it's an introduction. Probably don't really need to have any notes for it. But look, there's a section about know the facts, use your helmet, and at the hospital. That's 3 sections. So you know what? I'm going to have 3 rows. I'm picking that number, and it works. So I go onto my document, I go to Insert, click Table, and again, we're going to make it 3 columns because we want main idea, details, and a connection factor question. And we know we need 3 rows. So we click that and it creates our tables. Okay. So let's look at that first paragraph, right? Okay. Here we go. It's been raining a week. You've been stuck indoors waiting for the sky to clear. Finally, the rain stops. You dash into the garage. Your brand new bike. There's your brand new bike. Next to it is your new helmet. You only want to go across the street to get to the park. You push the bike out of the garage and leave the helmet behind. We know how this is going. Once you reach the driveway, you jump on the bike and pedal down the street. You slow down as you reach an intersection. All seems clear. You zoom across the street. Suddenly, a screeching sound gets louder and louder, and wham! Okay, that's an introduction. It's interesting, it's grabbing, but I don't think we are going to have a quiz on it. So I'm going to go to that next section. The facts about bike accidents are alarming. Almost 28 million children from the ages of 15 to 14 ride bikes. More than 300,000 children a year are treated in the hospital emergency rooms for bike-related injuries. Almost half of these involve an injury to the head. Boys are 5 times more likely to be injured in bike accidents than girls. Most car crashes occur within 1 mile of a bicyclist's home. Ooh, so I think, what is this paragraph mostly about? What's important here? What are they talking about? Accidents. And you know what? Since you're using a digital document, take advantage of that. Make a copy, Control-C. Go to your Google Doc, and in that main idea column, because that's what it is, main idea. And here we're going to have details. And you don't have to label your columns. I'm just doing this for you. Connections, questions. Oops, I need to learn how to spell. Questions, pictures. Okay, so in that first column, I'm going to put Control-V, accidents. Okay, so what are 2 important things I want to remember about accidents? How about 300,000 children a year? Control-C. I'm going to put that there, Control-V. Press the Enter key because we want 2 details. Now, because we know this is all about wearing a helmet, this probably matters. Half of these involve an injury to the head. That has to do with helmets, so I probably better remember that. Control-C. Go to my doc. Control-V. Now, do I have a question? I could say, why are boys more likely to get into accidents? Because I'm kind of wondering that, right? Why is that? So I'm going to put that there so I can ask that question before the quiz. Okay, let's go back to the reading again. I won't do the whole reading for you. Okay, know the facts. Oh, sorry, we already read that. Use your head, wear a helmet. These alarming numbers can be reduced if only children would wear helmets, but only 15 to 25% of children who ride bikes wear helmets. Some children say it's uncomfortable. Others think it isn't cool. Or many children feel they are in control and they won't get into an accident. Still, others don't think they need to wear a helmet. They only ride their bikes close to home. Okay, so what is this paragraph trying to tell us? It's about a helmet. So why not put helmets as the main idea? Control-C. Go into the Google Doc. Go into the new row. Control-V. Well, what about helmets? Well, only 15% of children wear them. Control-C. And yes, I highly recommend if you have your reading assignment online, do it digitally. Use that Control-C, use that Control-V, copy paste. Why? Because you want to go and do other fun stuff, right? But you still need to do your work because you want to get an A. Okay, that's one detail. Going back here, what else do I need to know? Okay. I'm going to say it's uncomfortable. I bet that's the biggest reason why. Control C. Control V. And you know what? Because I like helmets, I'm going to go ahead and get a picture of one. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, search the web. Google gives me a side image, a bicycle helmet. And it gives me one. I'm just going to pick one. Select that one and click Insert. Boom. Now, I've run out of rows here, but remember, but look, I have another passage to do. Okay, well, you know what? What you can do, if your cursor's in that last box, just press the Tab key and they give you a whole new row. Okay, so that's how we do 3-column notes. Okay, so enjoy.